It is time for more of the carbon method. Next. I'm Rick, and this shut the heck up, you stinking boosters. For your sanity. This is The Shack. Hello and welcome back to The Shack. This video is kind of a, I'd say, update more than anything. You follow my channel, you know, when I had issues with my table saw, had rust after a lot of work in waxing, still got rust. Found something alternative. I am absolutely a big fan and I stand behind it. So I've decided to take some time and do the rest of all my tools, putting the carbon coat on them. So just quick little video, time lapse. I'm going to start with the joiner to my 14-inch vintage Delta bandsaw, to the brand new Harvey bandsaw, which I haven't even used yet because I wanted to get this done before I even touched it, to my Rockler router table that got rust on it, and that was waxed and everything too, to finally my planer. So every tool is going to have the carbon method applied to it. So the process was, first and foremost, clean everything off. I disassembled the joiner, took the bandsaw blades out of the bandsaw, got everything prepped and ready to do this. And then I went through all of them and made sure there was no wax on them. Took all the wax off, used, I got lacquer thinner, paint thinner, mineral spirits, whatever you can get. Went through all of these, wiped them down multiple times, making sure I got as much as possible, if not all of the wax off of it. Then, because I didn't want to spend the next 2 days sanding, I chose to use my orbital sander. I am a big proponent of doing it by hand. I just prefer it that way, especially if I'm just doing like my table saw. I'll do that by hand, spend the day. But when I have 5 tools needing to be done, I chose to use the orbital sander so I could get it done quicker. And basically all I needed to do was kind of rough the surface or kind of smooth it out and get the surface rust off so I could get this applied. So after wiping everything down, getting all the wax that I possibly could, get off any of the old stuff that I put on to prevent rust, got the orbital sander, got 400 grit sanded. Now when I did that, the first sanding would kind of rough it up. You can see the marks, the swirly marks. And then I'd wipe it down with my lacquer thinner again, get all the sediment off of there. Keep sanding it. I probably went through, just on the joiner in-feed, out-feed in, I went through probably 7 or 8 pads, sanding it, wiping it, sanding it, wiping it, until it got to the point where it got past the initial roughness, I guess, and started bringing back somewhat of the luster, started basically polishing it. You got 400 grit, it was almost to the point of polishing it. When it got to that point, then I would look, and actually, there used to be I don't even see it no more. There used to be a ring on here when I first got it. The guy didn't take very good care of it. Took a lot of time sanding it down. Looks pretty good, but there used to be a coffee cup or a soda can or something. There's a ring on here of rust. That is finally gone. I did a lot of sanding. I took my time. I said took a full day to do 5 tools. So once that was done, moved on to the next one. I have to tell you, these are all done now, and I am blown away. They look beautiful. So this video, quick overview of every tool I did, and I'll talk to you a little bit more after that, and that is going to be it. Just kind of an update. Not doing too much because all the tools are torn down. I can't do anything right now. But it's the progress. It's the steps needed to get done so I can get to work and not worry about anything. So let's just hit the video. Well, there you go. That's it. That's the process. Didn't really have to show you the sanding. This just wiping it down and applying the carbon coat. Now, in the directions, the carbon coat calls for about a minute to a minute and a half in between the process. As far as putting the carbon coat on, wait a minute, minute and a half, leveling it, waiting another minute to minute and a half, and then buffing. Because it's a little bit cooler than normal. It was about 60 to 62 degrees in the shop when I did the coating process. Even during the day, it was just a cool day. And I don't know if you can hear. It's very windy out. Actually woke me up about 5:05 this morning. I thought it was thunder. I kept hearing this rumbling noise, like trying to wake up. Damn, is it? I didn't know it was called for rain. What the heck? I keep hearing the rumbling. Like, oh man, I better go check, just see what's going on. I get up, come out to the living room, look outside. I'm waiting for a flash. Never hear a flash. Keep hearing this rumbling. So I get up, I'm looking outside. The trees look like they're gonna be bust over. Like, oh damn, here we got wind again. Oh my God, the wind. Yeah, we got history, and I don't like it. We lost a roof, half the roof on the shop, roof on the house, and my fence. When the first year I think we moved here, yeah, it was $23,000 in damage. So I am not a fan of the wind. I wish I would have known we were prone to wind like that out here. I would have never moved out here. I absolutely hate this area. I cannot wait to leave California. God, I can't wait to leave. I'm praying this is the year we get out finally. Prices are dropping. I'm keeping an eye on it. And actually, in the last 2 months, about 8 of the properties I was looking at sold. They were a little expensive, and the fact that the interest rates are going up and I'm paying cash, so I'm waiting for the price to get down. So I'm praying like a dog it's going to happen. I hope this is going to be the year. I really need to get out of here. So with the process in the instructions, because of it being a little cooler than normal, and I kept the heater running out here to keep the chill as much as possible out of the air. The first coat, I waited 3 minutes, came back, leveled it, waited 3 minutes, came back and buffed, so I doubled the time. And when I finished the first section, because I went like in-feed, out-feed, fence, bandsaw, router, planer. That was the rotation I went. So when I finished the in-feed of the jet joiner, I started my time, and they say allow at least an hour in between coats. I set it at 2.5 hours, and I went around and did my rotation. Took me about 45 to 50 minutes. Went in the house, waited for that initial time to end 2.5 hours. Came back out after that 2.5 hour period and started the rotation again. And when that was done, started the timer for 2.5 hours and completed the rotation. So I did that until about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Went through almost 2 tanks of propane, the 5-gallon tanks. Keeping the chill out of here, trying to keep it warm enough to allow this to dry. And that's why I'm not even going to touch these for 4 days. I'm going to give them 4 days because of the little cooler than normal weather, letting this carbon coat cure. It was warm enough when I did the table saw. I only had to wait an hour, and it was already hard because when I did the table saw, the applicator actually started getting hard within an hour. After the 2.5 hour, the applicator was still soft. So it was telling me it just wasn't curing as fast as the table saw, which was good. I was able to get all the coats on, and now I let it set for 4 days. So I got 2 more days to wait. So this is done. That's a process. Can't really do anything because I have no tools available other than the table saw. I got nothing else. I can't run material, plane it down, get it prepped, can't join it, get the edges straight, nothing before I can use the table saw because everything is torn down. So that is it on this video. I will give you before and afters. As you can see, there's a major difference from being dull, maybe just a little worn looking, I guess, some little bit of rust, to absolute almost mirror finishes. Unbelievable. I mean, it feels like glass. They are that good. I am a huge, huge fan of carbon coat now. I absolutely love it. I will highly recommend it. Yeah, do yourself a huge favor. Forget the stinking archaic waxes. I don't need to spend $100 on different types of waxes because nothing ever seemed to work. I still got rust on my table saw, and I got rust on my router table after it was all sanded and a couple coats of wax put on it. Still got rust on it, and I still had that ring of rust here. That's all gone, and now I am very confident it will not return. That is it. These are magnificent. I hate to even use them because they look so nice, but we got to get back to work and start doing some more projects and get more videos out for you. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Take back your shack. Build it for your sanity. I can't wait to get out of California. Dang, I want to go so bad. That's it. We're done. Thanks for watching. We will see you next video.